What's up? What's up? What's up? We're back. It's episode 6 of Thrive Thursday. That's right, episode 6 already. We've had a lot of fun. I'm excited to share with you all again. And if you can't really tell right now, but I'm shooting this video inside because it is like negative 10 degrees outside. For real. I'm not joking. And that's just way too cold. I mean, that's not thriving at all. So, I like to shoot the videos outside when I'm on the go, but it was just too damn cold to be outside shooting a video. So instead, we're in here in my beautiful warm apartment, feeling good. Got my nice hat on, as you can see. Now I don't need to wear hats indoors, but I'm thinking back to my beautiful times on vacations, and this is one of my vacation hats. So I thought I'd put it on and get in the mood, get in the festive mood. Because it is really cold outside. So I got to do whatever I can to stay warm. So today I want to talk a little bit about beliefs. Yes, beliefs. Beliefs guide everything that we do. And to illustrate the point that I want to talk about today, I'm going to tell you a story that I learned while I was down in Nicaragua. Beautiful Nicaragua, beautiful country. I just got back a couple weeks ago from there. The weather was amazing, like 75 degrees every single day. It was perfect. And yeah, I'm starting to feel a little sad now just talking about it. But anyways, I was down in beautiful Nicaragua, and I met an amazing guy named Bud, and he told me this story that I want to recount to you all today. And the title of the story is that, Indian chickens don't lay eggs. So, as the story goes, there was an orphanage down in Nicaragua, and this orphanage did a great job of taking care of a lot of kids, and the board of this orphanage wanted to find some ways to make the orphanage run a little bit more efficiently than it currently was. And so one of the members on the board of this orphanage had a friend who was in the consulting business, and so reached out to this friend and said, can you come down to the orphanage and kind of take a look at the operations and find some ways to make the program more efficient. And so next thing we know, this consultant's down on a plane down to Nicaragua, and the consultant meets with the director of the orphanage, who happens to be from Nicaragua, and it happens to be a Mesquite Indian. And so they meet one another. It's a great meeting, and so then the director takes the consultant to the orphanage to meet all the kids and meet the staff, where the consultant is going to stay for the next 2 weeks, right? So, the consultant then gets up the next morning and just kind of starts looking around the property, just kind of talking with people, just doing a lot of observing to look at ways to try to make this place run a little bit more efficiently. And so by about day 3 or 4, he comes back up to the director. And he says, you're doing a lot of things really well, but I think I found one way that you can make this place run a little bit more efficiently. And the director was eagerly listened and said, well, how can we do that? And the consultant told him, well, I've noticed that you spend a lot of time and a lot of money going into town to buy eggs. And I think that you can save a lot of time and money if you just collect the eggs from the chickens who are here on the properties. You see, they had a lot of chickens just kind of running around the property, just roaming around, hanging out. And so the consultant said, why don't we use the eggs from these chickens, and then you won't have to go into town and pay for these eggs, and you can save a lot of time, a lot of money, things will run a lot more efficiently. And the director listened patiently to this guy talk about his theory about, saving money on eggs. And after he was done, he kind of looked at him kind of crazy and said, silly gringo, everybody knows that Indian chickens don't lay eggs. So, the consultant kind of looked and scratched his head and said, well, that just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I've never heard of a chicken that doesn't lay eggs. And maybe it's not that the chickens don't lay eggs. Maybe it's that they're just running around all over the property and kind of just hiding their eggs everywhere, so you just never see them. And the director said, no, silly gringo. Everybody knows that Indian chickens don't lay eggs. Well, the consultant didn't like that answer, and he said, you know, I'm going to show you. I'm going to set up a little experiment. And the director said, you know, be my guest. And so for the next couple of days, the consultant was fiercely built this chicken coop and made this chicken coop for the chickens and put all the chickens that were running around the property in this chicken coop. I'm sure it must have been a funny, you know, sight to see this guy running around trying to catch these chickens and put them in this chicken coop. But nonetheless, he was successful in this task and got the chickens into this chicken coop and just, you know, kept them there for about the next week or so. And so after about a week, he came back to the director. And he was really, really excited because he had, like, you know, like an armful of these eggs. And he's like, look, you see? All I had to do was put the chickens in this coop, and look, now we have all these eggs. And it's great because now you can save a lot of time and a lot of money. And this is great, you see? So this is awesome. And you know, the director of the center looked at him and said, oh, this is okay. And so for the rest of the time while they were there, they ate the eggs from the chickens on the property. And, you know, before they knew it, as time kind of seems to just kind of lose track of time in a beautiful country like Nicaragua, before they knew it was time for the consultant to go back home to the States, to America. And so the director, you know, took the consultant back to the airport and said his goodbyes, said thank you for coming to visit, you know, our country and our orphanage. And the consultant felt really good because he found a way to help the orphanage save all this time and all this money. So they gave one another a hug, and then the consultant flew off back to the States. And no sooner than he left the airport, the director of that orphanage went back into town to buy more eggs. Now, why do you ask? Because everybody knows that Indian chickens don't lay eggs. Now, I absolutely love that story. It's one of my favorite stories, you know, that I've been told recently. And you may be thinking, you know, it's kind of silly. Like, that doesn't make much sense at all. It's kind of silly to have such a belief that Indian chickens don't lay eggs. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. Well, I would argue that we hold probably some similar beliefs that are similarly stupid and don't make much sense, right? How many of us are walking around believing that we're not smart enough, or that we're not good enough to have everything that we want in life, or that we don't deserve to be happy in life, right? As I said in the beginning of this video, our beliefs guide everything. And so, you know, if you're feeling like you're struggling in life, or you're not at where you want to be in life, I think a good place to start is to look at your beliefs, because your beliefs guide your actions, and your actions are what determine your destiny. And so I want to challenge you, you know, this week to think about what limiting beliefs are you holding, and what limiting beliefs do you need to get rid of to help you get closer to achieving the life that you want to have and being as happy as you possibly can be. Now, I don't have enough time in this video to go into how to systematically change our beliefs, but I just wanted to plant that seed for you and get you thinking about what are the beliefs that you currently hold that are holding you back from getting where you want to be. So that's my challenge to you this week on this Thrive Thursday video, episode 6. Take a look, take some inventory of your beliefs. You know, we all know Indian chickens don't lay eggs, and think about what crazy beliefs that you might have that are holding you back from getting everything that you truly want. So, hope this was helpful for you. We've done it. We're here. It's another episode of Thrive Thursday, episode 6. Thanks so much for all your support and positive feedback. I'm so glad that, you know, you've been finding these videos valuable. And you know, it's about time for me to go. Get back to work. Get back to living the life. So, you know, until next time, thrive or die, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Man.